Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff, and today we've got another episode of my favorite knives from 5 brands. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The 5 brands we're going to be doing today are Spyderco, Kubey, Sencut, CRKT, and Vosteed. You may notice that between this video and the previous one, there's a couple of notable brands that I haven't covered, such as CJRB/Artisan, or Civivi, or Cold Steel. Well, there's some reasons for that. In the case of Cold Steel, it's because I did an entire video where I just ranked my Cold Steel collection. I'll link that up here. Check that out. But, you know, I've recently come to possession of some of a Cold Steel knife that may just rewrite that entire list. This little guy. And the same is also true for Civivi and CJRB. I have not posted videos ranking my collections in those brands, but I think I'm going to, because in the case of CJRB, there are so many knives that I just love from them. The Caldera, the Scoria, the Feldspar. I just don't know which one's my favorite, and I love them all. So I think what I'm going to do is just rank my CJRB collection or something like that. And as for Civivi, you guys know my history of Civivi. Some of them I really, really like. Some of them I really, really hate. But I think I'm also going to do a top 5 favorite Civivis video, because recently, shocker, Civivi has been putting out things that I'm interested in, such as this knife that I recently got. So yeah, I'm kind of want to see what Civivi does going forward. They might interest me, and yeah, we'll see what happens there. But for now, let's get into this list, and we're going to go ahead and start off with a Civivi relative Sencut. My favorite Sencut is a Tainan. I love this knife. This is probably one of my favorite budget knives of 2022. Excellent knife. Excellent, excellent knife. It's a steel frame lock. It's a small knife, but with that frame lock, you get a little bit of added weight, and I think it's really, really good. The blade shape is excellent. This is 10 CR steel, so basically VG10. These are like under $50, so I think that's a great deal. Mine has broken in just fantastically. Buttery smooth. I carry this knife all the time. The edge is probably beat to crap right now. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, it used to be a mirror edge. Just a little bit of chipping and stuff there. Probably needs a new edge. But man, I just love this knife so much. Just excellent. The ergonomics are really good for such a thin knife. This blade shape is so nice for basically anything EDC related. And especially, you know, now that I'm off the ranch and in the city doing the college thing, this has been a knife that I've just loved carrying. It's slim, it's low profile, and it's just, it's wonderful. I like steel frame locks. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of steel frame locks. There goes a garbage truck. But I like steel frame locks quite a bit. So yeah, this knife here, man, that T10 is so good. I mean, look at this. Oh, hear that? Oh, it's gorgeous. But yeah, excellent knife. My one complaint with this knife is the bead blast. I hate bead blasts. This one is just ugly. The more you use a bead blast, the worse it looks. Like, it starts to get like discolored. Focus, camera. See if we can show that off. You can see right here. And it's not like it's dirtiness like on the knife. It's like the bead blast just smudging. You get like all this streaks and nastiness. I wish they'd done a stone wash on this knife. Honestly, it would have just been the best thing. But bead blast aside, excellent, excellent knife. I might put a titanium clip on here because I'm also not the biggest fan of this clip. But yeah, it's a little bit of a little bit of a, you can feel it in your hand. Not the end of the world, but, you know. So yeah, Sencut Tainan. If you don't have one of these, you should totally get one. There's 2 versions, so pick your poison. All right, moving on. Let's go to Spyderco. Surprisingly, I have not owned very many Spydercos. I haven't even really handled very many Spydercos, but the ones that I have handled, I have really enjoyed. And my favorite Spyderco is the PM2 Tonto. This is a great knife. This is my favorite workhorse Spyderco. I think this is just fantastic. I definitely prefer this blade shape for hard use over the standard PM2 blade with the little tiny needle point. This is very robust. You get a lot of utility out of the scraping there, and it just looks amazing. The action too is just fantastic. With all that all that added weight up towards the tip. Oh man, yeah, that just, oh, so good. I have been thinking about getting aftermarket scales on here, spice it up a little bit, do something different, but I haven't, because I don't know, it just works good. I mean, it's everything you love about the PM2 plus a Tonto. And yeah, I mean, when I was working in the woods, I mean, these scales were great, good texture, and, you know, I was able to index the knife and really get a good grip on it, even with gloves, even when wet. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get some fancy scales for it. I've been thinking about some Lotus micarta scales from Flightanium, but I don't know. We just haven't got there yet. But yeah, overall, just a stupid good knife. Really, really love it. I never reviewed this knife on the channel because, 1, I think the PM2 has already been reviewed to death, and 2, this is a exclusive, and they come and go every once in a while. So, I don't know. But yeah, look at that. Look at that blade. Oh, yeah. I love those grind lines on this knife. Excellent, excellent. And that is not rust on there. That is gunk. Get off there, gunk. Yeah, we can take that off, but yeah. Cool knife. Like it a lot. Alright, next up, let's move on to CRKT. CRKT is one of those brands that's kind of like, for me, it's easy to hate on CRKT, but at the same time, like, I gotta respect what they're doing, like partnering with all kinds of designers and stuff. Yes, I wish they used better materials and build quality, but my favorite CRKT is kind of a close call. There's a CRKT Montosa, which I went to Lefty EDC a while ago, but my favorite is a CRKT Tuna. I love this knife. This is a fantastic knife. It's a Burnley design, and there's just a lot done right here. I love the pivot collar. I'm a sucker for pivot collars and colored back spacers. I like the green, the orange, and the black, the way they contrast. And I have almost, on several occasions, bought upgraded versions of these. Blade HQ had the S35VN one with the micarta. They also had some of the D2 versions, and I was going to get some of those, but I just never got around to it. Maybe I'll hunt one down one day, but this is an excellent knife. It really is. CRKT did so many things right with this. Just a great design. Frame lock. They've got an over travel stop. CRKT kicks it out of the ballpark with their clips in a lot of cases. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's recessed with flat screws. The clip works good. I can't feel it in my hand. The ergonomics on this knife, so simple, so neutral, so clean. Hollow grind here. Good spear point blade. Yes, it's 8CR, but you know what? Just, keep your edge in shape and you'll be good to go. I don't know, I love this knife. It's running on washers, but the action is very, very good. It could probably even be a little bit better since this guy hasn't been lubed in a while, but great action on those Teflon washers. Gosh, this is just such a handy little EDC knife, handy workhorse, and I really do like it. So, there's a CRKT Tuna. in my opinion, one of CRKT's very best knives. Alrighty. Moving on, let's go ahead and get Vosteed. This is kind of cheating because I've only ever handled one knife from this company, but gosh dang it, it's amazing. This is a Nightshade. Another thing I noticed when I decided to make this video series is I have a lot of knives, probably too many knives, but not a whole lot of different brands are represented. Like I tend to stick in the same type of brands with the knives I buy, but this Vosteed here, this is an excellent knife. As you can see, I have been using the crap out of it. Lefty EDC gave me this, and oh my gosh, I have been loving it. It has been hard for me to carry anything except this knife. It is so perfect for just everything. Breaking down cardboard, working at the museum and stuff, you know, cutting labels and strips and straps and all kinds of stuff. It's just fantastic. I love the way this knife just kind of flows into itself. I mean, oh, it's just... This is one of those knives that you pick it up and it's like, yeah, I'm ready to go to work. Very comfortable. The action is stupid good. Made by Kaiser, so yeah, Kaiser's been killing it with actions lately. The G10 feels nice. It's contoured. The clip is excellent. Love that. For me, that's one way to tell if a knife was made with care, is if they did a good clip. So, love that. The flipper tab looks weird, like it's kind of slanting down and a little dongle there, but it works fantastically. 154 cm, beautiful stonewash that kind of reflective. Oh look, you can see my side of my face through all the scratches and gunk, but beautiful stonewash. Love that crowned spine. Just so much going on here. Beautiful knife. Really love it. It's just excellent access to the lock bar. It's just a workhorse. And yeah, look, their logo's a horse. But yeah, love this knife. Use it a lot. Carry it a lot. It's a perfect size for general EDC. Great geometry. Great steel. Great ergos. Just everything on this knife works. I have not done the review on this yet. But I can guarantee you when I do, it's going to be an overwhelmingly positive review. Yeah, like you could tell. Look, you could tell I've been using the heck out of this knife. It's going to get a good review. So yeah. Alrighty, last brand. We're moving on to Kubey. And this was kind of hard for me because there's two Kubey knives that I really love, and I couldn't decide which one I like better. Been working on the past couple of days. I think I know which one is the one. So the two choices were the Drake and the Titius. Both excellent knives. Love this knife here. So comfortable in hand. Big bruiser of a workhorse. The action is just stupid. I mean, gosh. That is a guillotine. For 45 bucks, yeah. But, oh man, just really great knife. But I think this is my favorite Kubey. The Drake review should be coming out, God, by the time you guys see this video should be coming out towards the end of November. So this review will be coming out early December-ish. I just love this knife. It is so comfortable in hand. Austin steel, I really like that. I prefer it over D2. Bead blast, wah. But I love this blade shape. This is a big knife, but it doesn't feel all that big. The action is also just amazing. Like it's glassy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got a different feeling action. It's like you can feel every bit of that action going. And that doesn't even make any sense, but thumb flick is amazing. Ergonomics, like I said, are really, really great. Max to chuck design. Titanium milled clip does not interfere with the ergos at all. Again, this blade shape is just excellent for all types of stuff. It looks fantastic. It's blue. You know, what else could you wish for, right? So yeah, love this knife a bunch. Yeah, and I can't wait for you guys to see the review. So that's gonna do it. Let's go ahead and bring all those knives out here. There's the Kubey. There's the Sencut. There's the Tuna. Nightshade. And the Spyderco. You can't go wrong with any of these knives, and if you have any of these knives, I'm sure you'll agree with me that they, excuse me, about burped, I'm sure you'll agree with me that they are ready to go, tried and true, excellent companions for your pocket. I've certainly have very, very few complaints with all of these knives. These are designs that, for me, really just, they hit the mark. They do what they're supposed to do, and they look good doing it. So what more could you want, right? Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Clear my throat. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Gideon, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.